Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be all about reading and understanding the back of your yarn label. We're going to go through things like tension, size of your knitting needles and the type of yarn you're going to be using, what the washing instructions look like on the back of your yarn, and we're going to go through everything right now. I'm going to lay it all out for you so it'll be easy and clear to understand. So let's get started. So for my first example, I have a sport weight or a lightweight yarn. This is a light number 3, but the weight and the thickness of the yarn varies between a 0 and all the way up to a 6. So a 0 would be super lightweight, thin yarn, and a 6 would be super chunky, super bulky yarn. That's what the first box explains. The second box here is talking about tension. Tension is the stitches per inch that you have in your knitting. So they want you to do a 4x4 inch swatch with US 5 knitting needles or 3.75 millimeter needles. And that's just equivalent. It's US 5 is equivalent to 3.75 millimeters. It's just in most countries other than the US, they use millimeters. So they want to see 24 stitches in width and 32 rounds or 32 rows in length. But this is going to be different depending on everyone's tension. Some people knit looser than other people and some people knit tighter than other people. And that's okay. That just means that you're going to want to either increase or decrease the size of your knitting needles. The box here on our right explains the same exact thing in the middle but for crochet. Down here we have the washing instructions, and we also have them on the side. Here it just says that this is 70% acrylic, 30% nylon, and should be machine washable and dryable. That is our example for the sport weight yarn. Next I have an example of a worsted weight number 4 medium yarn. Worsted weight is really commonly used instead of the word medium. You'll just need to be aware of that starting out. Right above that we have the same thing as last time, medium weight number 4, and they recommend 17 stitches in width, 23 rounds or 23 rows, in a 4x4 inch swatch using US 8 needles. Next I have some chunky yarn, and this actually looks a lot thicker than it would if it was still in the wrapping. But this is bulky number 5, and again it has the machine washable instructions right below it. And I have some super bulky number 6 yarn, and you'll notice with this, I'm just going to show you the difference here. This one says they want 24 stitches for a 4x4 inch swatch in width. Because this one is so bulky right here, it actually says 11 stitches. So you can see how much it varies depending on the thickness of yarn that you're working with. And I always recommend that new knitters knit with bulkier or thicker yarn using a bright color like this, because you can really see the individual rows here, and that's helpful as a beginner. Here are all of our examples lined up. We have sport weight or lightweight number 3, we have the worsted or medium weight number 4, the bulky weight number 5, and we also have the super bulky number 6 on the end. I hope you guys found this video helpful in understanding and reading the back of your yarn labels. I know it can get a little confusing in the beginning, so this was just to clarify and go through each of those steps for you. Next time we're going to be talking about knitting needles, the different types of knitting needles, such as knitting in the round, such as circular needles, the basic knitting needles, bamboo, all the different types that are out there, and how to choose what you need for your next project. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I hope you... Or next. This is a long ass video. Lord Jesus, please help me.